Welcome to the New School of Marketing podcast, the place for smart, simple strategies that will amplify your business results. Sharing practical tips, insider knowledge, and actionable advice because marketing is something that every business owner can do. Now, let's get started. Introducing your host, Bianca McKenzie, mum, lover of snow sports, camping, horse riding, and in-demand launch strategist and Facebook advertising knowledge bank.
Hey there, and welcome to the New School of Marketing podcast. Or if you've listened before, welcome back. So we've just celebrated my daughter's 3rd birthday, and wow, I didn't know how much time and energy a 3rd birthday takes. She'd been talking about it for weeks, and ever since one of her little friends had her party, basically. And she kept asking when her birthday was and to have a party at the play center. And it was so hard to explain that it was still a while away, and then that her birthday was on a certain date and her party on another. Anyway, I'm sure that by next year, she'll be fully clued in on everything. We had a great party and she absolutely loved it. Well, today I want to talk about an important marketing topic and how it ties in with Facebook ads. I want to talk about the customer buying cycle and Facebook ads. The customer buying cycle is an important part of your customer journey, and it really pays to spend some time thinking about it. It will literally help you with any marketing activity you do. First, let's look at what the customer buying cycle actually is. So the buying cycle, which is also known as the purchase cycle, is basically a process a customer goes through when purchasing a product or a service. Customers move through a series of purchasing stages in the cycle as they basically educate themselves and move closer to making a final purchase decision. There are a number of stages that every buyer goes through, and it's slightly different for a product or a service, but it mostly consists of the following steps. First, realizing that they have a problem or an issue or a challenge. Second is considering their options on how to solve it. Third is making a decision. And then finally, purchasing the solution to their problem. Or if, it is a case of renewing or buying something again, because we all do that, especially for myself with car insurance and those kind of things. I look at all of that every single year again. Each stage basically requires a different set of strategies to entice customers to move to the next stage because they expect different interactions with you depending on which stage they're in. And the goal at each stage isn't to make a sale. Instead, your focus should be on simply moving each customer to the next stage. So let that sink in. A lot of us, when we do our marketing, it's all about making the sale. But we forget a few steps. Some of these people are not ready to make the sale. So how can we help them move from where they are now to go to the next stage and the next stage? And as much as we'd like to believe we have control over which stage our customers are in at any one time, the customers are the ones in the driver's seat. So we need to listen to that and acknowledge that. All we can do is align our strategies and our marketing tactics to match where each customer is in the purchasing cycle. So let's take a closer look at the cycle and, what stage we're looking at. The first stage is awareness. And potential customers understand that they have a problem that needs solving and they begin searching for solutions. This is most of the time how we decide that we need to buy something. We've got an issue and we need a solution to our problem. And this is where a lot of businesses put the most effort into their marketing. It's focusing on, solutions for people's problems. But there are other stages as well. Once a customer becomes aware of your product or your service and how it can potentially solve their problem, they move on to the next stage in the journey, which is consideration. So your customer is basically out there searching for solutions, and your offer is now hopefully in the mix as an answer to their problem. The consideration stage is the next stage, right? Your job in the consideration stage is to provide detailed information explaining how your product or your service can solve their problem better than anyone else, and also what benefits they'll get from solving the problem. How is it going to make them feel? What's their world going to look like once this problem has been solved? And then once customers are convinced they need to purchase a solution for their problems, because sometimes we don't actually buy a solution, or we kind of live with the problem. We're not really motivated to buy a solution if the solutions are not explained in a way that really entices people to move on to the next step. But once they are convinced that they need to purchase a solution, whether it's from you or from a competitor, they progress to the next stage, which is intent. So the next stage is intent. And in this stage, the customers will basically be weighing up different options, and whichever option makes the most sense in a logical, emotional, or financial way will be the one that they choose. So the way we make our decisions is based on logic, emotion, or finances. And it really depends on what your product is and what kind of customer you have and who you serve. Your role in this intent stage is to convince customers that your solution is the product or service they should choose. And eventually each customer will be ready to purchase and then progress to the final stage, which is purchasing. So from intent, they move on to purchase. So the customer has decided on the product they want to buy and they buy it. And hopefully it's yours. And if it's not yours, you need to look at your data and your numbers to find out where you can make improvements so that next time it will be you that they purchase from. So you need to find out where exactly did they drop off. And even at the purchase stage, your job isn't finished. It's important to develop an ongoing relationship with your customers and to support them on their problem-solving journey. And you can do that by being in close contact, because it also creates opportunities for future purchases. This is where the term raving fans come from. If someone is extremely happy with what they've purchased from you, 1, they will tell other people. 2, they'll come back and buy more. Now, it's really important to know the buying cycle because it allows you to modify your marketing for each stage. And why is it important for Facebook ads? Well, a lot of our marketing organically is focused on the awareness stage. And often people use Facebook ads for the final stage, the purchase stage. And while it works for some, I also see a lot of disappointment because it's not working for the majority of businesses. And it's because there's this large gap, basically. If you spend all your time on organically on creating social media content, any content at the awareness stage, and then you go into advertising and you advertise at the purchase, the final stage, you're really missing opportunities because you haven't nurtured this customer between making them aware of your business and your product all the way through the purchase. So Facebook ads are basically a marketing tactic. And before spending any money, you need to think about your customer and where they're at right now in that buying cycle. If it's the first stage, if you're still in the awareness stage and that's where you want to get more people into your network, into your vortex, your ads are most likely going to flop and disappoint you if you are going to run conversion ads right up. Facebook ads can basically be used for all of the customer buying cycle stages. And in my opinion, you should be using it for all of the stages, but you need to think about how you're going to do that. And the way Facebook Ads Manager is structured is focused on the buyer cycle, where there are basically 3 campaign objectives that you can choose from. They're awareness, consideration, and conversion right inside of Facebook Ads Manager. If you click on the button that says create your ad, inside of Facebook Ads Manager, you will have the option of awareness, consideration, and conversion ads. So you need to think about what stage of the buying cycle you're focusing on with your ads. If you already have a warm audience, you can run ads with a conversion objective to help them get over the line and purchase from you. If you're advertising to someone who has never heard of your business, you should start by running awareness ads and introduce them to your business and to your offer. And then once someone is in this awareness stage, you can start running ads that nurture them towards a sale. And I actually love that you can do this with Facebook ads. You can set it all up, from awareness, from someone getting to know your business, all the way through to someone purchasing from you. And you can track it all as well. Now, what I really love about Facebook and awareness ads is that Facebook ads is a platform. Facebook is a platform, and Facebook ads are a tool you can use to get in front of people who didn't actually know that they had a problem. So Google Ads is completely the opposite. It relies on people searching for a solution. With Facebook ads, you can often put a solution in front of someone who didn't realize that they had that problem or needed that help or didn't actually know what they were looking for. Most people know that they have either an issue or a problem or a challenge, but they don't always know what kind of solution that they are looking for. And this is what I love about Facebook ads, is that you can get in front of people that weren't completely aware of what they needed to look for. So I think that's really cool. Anyway, you can run ads from awareness to nurturing them and then to conversion. And it seems like a really lengthy process, but this buying cycle hasn't changed for decades. It's basically consumer behavior and psychology behind it all. And we really should be aware of how someone moves from being unaware of your business or being unaware of their problem to choosing a solution and then choosing your solution for their problem. So my task for you today is to look at your marketing and your Facebook ads if you're running them, and evaluate all of it under the buyer cycle lens to see where you could improve or make changes. And also think about what your marketing looks like for each stage of the cycle. Are you actually creating messages for each stage of the cycle? Do you have social content that focuses on each stage? Is your sales page basically talking about each of these stages and moving someone from like awareness to consideration to intent and purchasing? So think about all of these steps in the buying cycle and look at your marketing and whether or not you are accommodating all of the steps. All right, well, that's it for this episode. I hope you found it helpful, and I can't wait to hear your aha moments. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of the New School of Marketing podcast. I hope that you're going to take away something and improve something in your marketing. If you're ready to take your business to the next level with Facebook and Instagram advertising, make sure that you visit newschoolofmarketing.com to download practical free resources, plus subscribe to the podcast and never miss an episode. I can't wait to go on this journey with you. Until next time, take care and market your business every day.